Mr. Fahey. Happy birthday to you.
Speech. So on behalf of the Fahey clan, we would like to thank all of you who come to share this special occasion. It definitely is a special occasion when you get 10 decades like this. So, I'm sorry?
Don't make me cry.
Yeah. Anyhow, thanks for coming, and I think we want to hear a little bit from the man of the hour.
I took the day off.
You worked hard enough.
Well, I'd sure like to thank all for coming. My brain is in my pocket, so I'll see where it is here. I was born in 1927, as you can figure out, and I was the youngest of 8 in our family. I was the only one of the 8 that was born in a hospital. And I had some Weisenheimer ask me one day, "How come you were born in the hospital?" I said, "It's because I wanted to be near my mother." And we lived on a farm about 2 miles southeast of here. And, the house didn't have any indoor plumbing or electricity. And my mother raised 8 children there. I don't know how, but she did. But we were modernized in the 30s, so FDR got us electrified then. And as I say, I was the youngest of 8, and I went to grade school nearby in a one-room schoolhouse that had about 15 kids that covered 8 grades. We had one teacher that did all the work, and she must have done something very good because people that graduated out of that school became doctors and lawyers, and in my case, and engineers. You wonder nowadays all the money to put in education, the results see it.
Here, here.
What else have we got here? Yeah, in 1944, I graduated from high school, and the following week when I came home, I got my draft notice. I was drafted into the Army as a young boy at the time. I went to Texas to get my basic training, and after that, they sent me overseas to Europe. And early March of 45, I joined Patton's Third Army as they crossed the Rhine River. Most of us were young guys, 18 and 19, and we chased the Germans through southern Germany, through Austria, and we were at the Czech border when the war was over. But when you join the infantry on the front lines, you get an infantryman badge. And that, if you got the badge, you're entitled to $5 more on your base pay. So my pay went from $21 to $26 a month for a 24/7 day job. And after out of the Army, the combat infantryman badge, Congress looked upon us as we should get more honor, so they gave us all the Bronze Stars, which I'm proud to have. And after the war, I came home and went to University of Wisconsin on the GI Bill, which was one of the best things the government ever did for anybody. And I graduated in 1950 as a civil engineer. And that particular time I got out of school, it was somewhat like it is now. Jobs are few and far between. But I was lucky to get a job with the Wisconsin Department of Highway, which I worked with for 39 years. I retired in 1989, and I've been a bum for 27 years. But I've enjoyed every day of it. What do we got here? Well, also in 1950, I married my first wife, Lenore Erickson. We had 6 children, which I'm glad to say they're all here today. We had a very happy marriage, but she passed away in 1996 after 46 years of marriage. And I was a widower for three and a half years, till one day I got a letter in the mail that had a lot of pictures from one of Rose's, or Lenore's earliest girlfriends, Rose Powers. Rose had married shortly after we did. She married to Hank Cerny, which he was with Sears Rope Company, and they traveled around the Midwest, or moved around the Midwest. And Rose had 7 children and not 7 different places, but anyway, she covered a lot of towns. So when she was traveling, Lenore and Rose still kept in contact at Christmas as their family grew. They were kind of duplicates in age-wise. So she thought I might want to see some of the pictures. And I responded, and the rest is history. Rose and I decided to join families in early 2000. As you know, I have 6 children and Rose has 7. So we had an unlucky number, 13. But we used to go to church, and the altar boy there was an albino, and he had real beautiful gray hair. So we kind of adopted him so we didn't have such an unlucky number. Then I have 7 grandchildren, and Rose has 17 or more. And I have 1 great-grandchildren with David's bride. But Rose has, I think the last count is 20, and they're still coming. So,
Some are here.
do you have anything to add to my tale of woe?
Only that this is my rooster, and I thought Bill should have it because he's got so much to crow about.
That's cute.
One other thing, I'm kind of fantasizing. I got married first time in 1950. I got married again in 2000. Now I'm thinking about 2050. And so far I'm on track. So thanks for coming. And as the movie star says, you made my day. Thanks.